Okay, I might just be having an I hate the way I look day, but there's no way I can fix the way I feel about the way I look. So I pulled my hair back. I apologize. This is vlog of week 6, um, amendment 1. So I apologize. I couldn't stand the frizziness of my hair. It's a whole separate issue of my middle-agedness and my perimenopausalness. And I can no longer dye my hair, so I have let it go natural and wild. And it's much healthier, but it still sort of emanates my personality, where the farther it gets away from my head, the crazier it gets. So um, anyway, back to the tools. I talked about Monica and repeating it over and over in my head, and that I was excited to listen to that on the treadmill if and when I finally get it. And there was something else I was going to talk about. Dang. Okay. So, um, my criminal law teacher regarding the midterms, she was awesome. She was like, don't panic, don't worry. She was so reassuring. You guys got this. And then she did a special review session for us on Sunday in our own free time for just a half hour. Do you have any questions? And so the scary part is it was only me and one other person who showed up for that. Um, and it was the one person who asked the teacher to make the class easier. So I kind of hope I'm not being lumped into that sort of category in the teacher's mind. But anyway, uh, I enjoyed the review session and took notes, and the crim midterm seemed much more manageable. So I'm hoping I did well on that. Again, I don't know because I had to do it in a different format, so I don't know when and how I'll get my grades. We'll see. So let's see, I have notes actually written on what I wanted to vlog about so I don't ramble so much. Okay, so I talked about my work being slow. And when I say slow, I mean like this is deadly slow. Um, so that's not good. I think everybody has finished school and gone on vacation, and nobody's getting massages or doing Pilates right now. So um, that's always hard on my family. I wish people would just commit to taking better care of themselves and getting massage and doing Pilates, but that's fine. So, in the frenzy of midterms, I awakened to a new level of myself as a middle aged law student, and I totally let my house go. I cleaned a little bit, I yelled at my kids a little bit to clean up, but it's it's amazing how little you can handle when you're under the stress of trying to um, study. The memorization is it's so much harder than it was 20 years ago. Oh my head. There's so much stuff going on in my brain. I have this bill to pay, and I have to make sure I get the camp forms in. And did we do that? And wait, what day is she supposed to go to that? And there's so much going on in my head all the time. Have I called that client back? Did I deposit that check? Oh wow, I mean, so much going on in my head that fitting in the law school stuff, um, it's somewhat overload. It really is. So it's doable. I'm doing it, but some of the things have to go. I have laundry sitting in laundry baskets in my hallway that I'm just not folding right now, because taking the time to fold it would would be too much for me. That's terrible, but it's true, and it's my reality. So I want to be honest and report that. That's my whole point of doing this vlog, is to report that reality. Um, so I mean, we're keeping up on normal hygiene. Dishes are done and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So I keep hoping that my kids are going to get this great initiative to take over, but they're not. And they're transitioning. I think I referred to it last week, with their school ending, and they're going to have a few weeks of nothing to do. Although my daughter is away at a camp this weekend, and I'm very happy about that because um, the two were becoming the Bickersons, and separating them brings peace to the land. So she's happy in a way until tomorrow evening, and my son is quiet. He's bored, but he's quiet, and that's a good thing. So, yeah, they have really, I mean, my son during the midterm busted in the door of my mom cave here, and I can't get online. I need this. I need that. And just was the most demonstrative, spoiled, I need attention. You've taken too much attention away from me. Um, overt fighting of the fact that I'm busy and I'm doing something that he really shouldn't invade. And the tension of it being a midterm, and I don't know if it's just the autism, but when you say this is really important, don't mess this up, sure enough, that's what he's going to mess up, because he gets so tense about it. And so, oh my God, I can't mess it up. Ah! Then he messes it up. So you should have seen Christmas for years. He was so nervous about Santa Claus coming that he would totally freak out and be in massive anxiety attacks all through the month of December, to the point where I finally had to tell him the Santa rule, the reality here, because he was like laying in bed sobbing all of Christmas Eve. Santa knows that I have bad thoughts. Santa knows I'm angry with my sister. He's not going to give me anything. And because I'm awake, he's not going to come to our house. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the autism. I don't know if it's just his personality, but it's pretty funny. So, sure enough, it popped up on midterm day. And boy, that was a rough night. Because when I got out of the midterm, I was really mad that he had interrupted so violently. And when he couldn't get my attention because I was really determined to do the midterm, he went and picked on his sister, and not consciously, but just got her screaming. And it just, the world had to spin around him for a minute. So the kids are definitely struggling with it. And this is going to be, it has been a rough week for all of us. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Oh, I wanted to say, I remembered what I was going to say at the very beginning. When the archived classes, that's the bomb. That's the greatest thing ever. So when I was studying and I'm sitting here typing out memorization, I pulled up the archived class on the computer and I'm listening to the teacher teach it over and over again to me. So when I get the treadmill, I'm psyched. I'm going to pull up those archived classes and listen to those too, and that's going to help put it in my brain, my overly busy brain where things fall out, like my children and pets' names and stuff anymore. So I'm totally psyched about that. I think that's awesome, and I'm really grateful that now they have those archive classes. I can't tell you, that was a huge gift that they figured out how to do that. So that's it. This coming week, I'm not sure what's going to happen. The kids are just as crazy as ever, and I need to catch up on the assignments. I think I have like over 150 pages to read for crim law alone, and I'm almost caught up. I think I'm only about 60 pages behind right now on contracts because of the work I did last night. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting weekend. I'm not going to go to church tomorrow. I haven't earned enough money to pay for the gas to go to church, so I will spend that time studying. So, there's pros and cons. Okay, so my business is slow, but it's gonna, studying isn't expensive. It's cheap. So that's it. That's this week. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Thus is the life of a middle-aged law student. I will catch you next week on the flip side.